I'm sawing through the stump, through the middle of it to start with. You can see how big it is. That's my glove. It's about 18 inches in diameter, and I'm making a cut through the center of it right there to start the process of turning it into bowls. So I've got the cut part of the way there through, so I'm going to continue using my chainsaw to get this thing cut. I'll be trying to just cut on all the way through it there. Okay, so I got it sawed in two. There's the two halves of the stump. You see it's a pretty good chunk of wood there. Mesquite stump. You don't usually find them this big, but I've had this one sitting outside my shop for a while because I didn't want to tackle it, but we finally decided to go ahead and dig in. So we're going to try to get our bowl blanks ready, and what I'll do is my first step will be to square this off and make a square, and then cut the corners off the square. So here's the first bowl blank. You see it's kind of rounded the corners off there, and got it ready to go on the lathe, ready to turn, and that ought to make a pretty good sized bowl. Got some pieces over there that I can turn some smaller bowls with. Now I'm going to tackle the other side of the stump. See what I can get out of this. Here's the second bowl blank that I cut out of the other side. You see it's ready to be mounted on the lathe, make a bowl. And then got a little piece over here that probably get one small, maybe a couple small bowls out of that. So my chainsaw work is almost finished. So there they are, my two bowl blanks ready for the lathe. Those are going to make some pretty good sized bowls. You see that one's 18-inch across. Of course I won't get 18 inches out of it, but it'll still be a nice size bowl for somebody. So pretty exciting. Sawing up a big stump and making some bowls. Well, it's time to put the faceplate on. I'm going to use this faceplate right here. Got it centered, and I marked my screw holes. So I'm going to drill those out so that I can put my screws in. I use about a 2-inch screw because this is a big heavy piece, so we want it to make sure it holds on that faceplate. Looks like my battery went dead, so I'll have to get another drill. Okay, so we have the faceplate holes drilled. It's time to install the faceplate. Using a 2-inch wood screw. I'll drive that in with an impact driver. To be careful with those impact drivers, you can twist a screw off real fast. Just let it rest a minute. Not driving them all the way in yet, just driving them most of the way down. Make sure I've got a good seat there on the faceplate. This is an important operation because you want this to be solid. I believe we got a pretty good I believe we're set. So now we'll move it over to the lathe. It's a real heavy piece. Looks like we've got up on this side, we're a little top heavy. So I may have to take some of this off with a chainsaw to balance it. So we need to do a little chainsaw work here to kind of get some balance on the piece. I'll take some of this off right. See what that did for us. It's better. We just need to get it to where it's gonna not vibrate the heck out of us. That's still got a lot of vibration in it. Need to find a high point right in there. We need to take some of this off. I think that's just going to have to be good enough. So now we'll start turning. Got this nice outboard tool rest that really helps. I'm using a simple rougher. Just kind of a square tip, carbide tip tool for this operation. So here we go. Time to move our tool rest already, and we'll just keep moving it in as we do this roughing. But you see we've already kind of gotten started right here on this most outward piece. So we'll just continue to do this, the roughing part, and I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. Well, we're getting a little more balance as we rough out the piece. Working on the end over here, trying to go down through the hardwood, round it out. Show you what that looks like. There you go. Starting to get the shape. We work our way in. We've got a deep kind of feature right here that we're going to have to take the bowl in. We're also going to be turning a tenon for our jaw chuck on this end right here, so that we can finish out the bowl. So I'll keep working on this, and I'll get back with you in a few minutes. Starting to get the tenon turned here, and starting to be more balanced. Still working off the rough edges. See that flaw here that we had. We're going to have to make more of this. Is going to be more of a shallow bowl, looks like a platter of some kind, and this tenon is where my jaw chuck will be placed. I'll show you how that works. This is a jaw chuck. It screws on the lathe.